Well, Happy New Year, everybody. We all woke up the 3rd of January to find that Trump has invaded Venezuela and kidnapped Maduro, the president, and his wife. And something we've all been expecting, and we're all very surprised that Maduro was caught napping, so to speak. It has to be that there's very serious suspicion that Venezuelan forces or elements within the Venezuelan forces allowed this to happen, but it remains a desperate attempt by the US empire and King Trump to maintain the US empire and to seize the vast oil reserves in Venezuela. It's all about the oil, nothing else. And then we see that the effects that this is going to have internationally are going to be really large. The USA has been exposed both by the fact that the exposure that the CIA is now fully running Ukraine in the first days of the year, and now this open, blatant invasion of Venezuela for the oil. This would have horrified all the countries in South America, probably Canada as well, and it certainly horrified the rest of the world, except for, obviously, the usual lackeys, I have to call them, in Western Europe and Australia, etc. But the rest of the world will be seriously disturbed by this event. The inevitable outcome will be chaos in Venezuela and resistance within Venezuela. This may be short-term, medium-term, or long-term, we don't know. It depends on the solidarity of the Venezuelan people and its leadership that still exists. The vice president has taken over. The head of the armed forces has stated that he daren't use anti-missiles, anti-aircraft missiles over Caracas because they would have caused so many lives lost in the city. And one of the reasons why the USA was able to achieve this initial success, and it is an initial success, but we shall see how much the resistance develops in the meantime. We were warned previously by Lula of Brazil about Maduro. His kidnapping is quite astonishing. The idea that it could have taken place without some sort of involvement of sections of the Venezuelan armed forces, it's impossible. There was treachery, obviously, but Lula from Brazil had previously described the, shall we say, the precariousness of Maduro's position, and in fact vetoed the accession of Venezuela to the BRICS group. And maybe now we see why. And so what may or may not happen is that the government that still exists in Venezuela may develop armed resistance, or it may make a deal with the USA. We shall see. But the main thing that we now see, that we've had two major events: the CIA takeover of Ukraine and the USA takeover of Venezuela, or at least the attempted takeover at the moment. And it doesn't take someone with a crystal ball to look at the situation in the world and see that an Israeli USA attack on Iran is forthcoming. And this will become a very, very serious affair in the Middle East and with worldwide implications. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye now from the National Democratic Party.